Now, how difficult it is to change, modify an existing grid or create a new grid from scratch? This is quite easy because the application GridstaNow has been created in order to avoid the admin any waste of time in creating new dynamic content or work directly with Jelly code. After the installation of the app, a new application block will be available in the left side navigation bar. As you can see here, it's called GridstaNow. Inside the GridstaNow application, you will be able to find three different modules. So grids, grids element, and user preferences. About the first one, grids, contains all the grids created till now. So if we open a grid like this one, there are some specific parameters we need to set up. A name, what is the width of the grid, what is the height of the grid, a background color, and then a CSS. The CSS will give you the basic information for the column, rows of the grid, and then for the main X and Y sizes we have to use inside the grid. There is an out-of-the-box CSS defined as GridstaNow Square Grid here, and contains an example of how column, row, and the Y and X sizes of each blocks must be prepared. Now, when a GridstaNow is created, the system automatically generates a dynamic content page that will be used by the system to render the grids and the elements contained inside the grid. So usually at the beginning is empty, and after that we can use the new button here to create the new blocks. Each block, like this one for instance, will have main parameters that must be set up. So we have text, we have row, column, so where the blocks must be placed inside the grid. We have also the X sides and the Y sides, so what are the dimension of the block inside the grid. We have a color, we have an icon, 64 by 64 pixels are the optimum for the Gridsta, and then we have a type. This means that we can select specific type of blocks. As already explained before, some can be a link, some can be a chat, or other can be just a macro we have stored inside the system. So if we want to change the block, we need just to change some of these parameters. For instance, we want to reduce the size, we want to add different text, and maybe we want to change even the color. So if we save and we reload the page, this will be the effect. So the block order thing that was slightly different before has been automatically and on the fly changed. If we want, we can even remove the block as a default for the page, like this way. And when we reload the page, the block is gone. After that, if we check about what are the blocks available not defined as a default, other things is there. So if we just click on the block and we close the pop-up, other things block is there. And as usual, we can reset the page in order to remove. So as you can see, it's quite easy to change the blocks as we want, and following exactly the same operation here would be possible to create something new, something from scratch.